The Secret of Water for the Children of the World, Masaru Emoto. For the children of the world, water is very special to me. As a researcher, I have studied it and found that it has many magical qualities. I hope this book will introduce you to the wonders of water so you will grow to love, value, and protect it. As children, you are very special to the world because you are our future. You see things in a bright, hopeful new way. I hope you hear my message about water and use it to make positive changes for yourself and for our world. Masaru Emoto. How much do you know about water? Did you know you drink this very same water the dinosaurs drank? You have more water in your body than anything else, more than skin, blood, or bones? Water's favorite music is classical? When I was young, I didn't know much about water either, but I was curious about it, so I worked hard to learn and understand as much about water as I could. Now I know many things about it. I even discovered the secret of water. Would you like to know what it is? Believe it or not, every thought or feeling you have affects everything around you. Think about it. What happens when you smile at someone? They smile right back. When you share joyful feelings, you pass on positive energy and help create joy in other people. And your feelings don't affect just people. They affect the entire planet. If you speak angry or sad words and think angry or sad thoughts, you will add to the anger and sadness on the earth. But if you speak happy words and think happy thoughts, you will help create a beautiful world. See how powerful you are? Your feelings affect everything on earth, even water. Yes, water. Just as people and all living things are affected by our feelings, so is water. We must do everything we can to make sure water is healthy because it is so important to our lives. Recently, the United Nations asked all the countries in the world to spend 10 years helping water. That means people around the world are thinking of ways to protect water and make it available to everyone. And guess what? We need your help too. Let's find out more about water and its secret so you can help. Then the United Nations proclaimed the years 2005 to 2015 as the International Water for Life Decade. And that decade has passed, but water for life, or water is life, is still a very important message. Water has been around a long, long time. It's as old as dinosaurs. Because of the cycle of water, we are still using the same water that once rained down on the dinosaurs millions of years ago. We're drinking the same water the T-Rex and Triceratops drank. Even raindrops are old. It takes 50 years for a raindrop to fall from the sky and become water on Earth. Most of our planet is covered in water, but we drink just a small amount of it. Much of Earth's water is too salty, too polluted, or too frozen for humans to use. But what we can use, we do use. Think of some ways you use water every day. Here's the water cycle. It has 4 parts. Evaporation is when the sun heats water, turns it into steam or water vapor, and releases it into the air. 2 is condensation. Condensation is when water vapor in the air cools down and forms clouds. 3 is precipitation. It's when there's so much condensation the clouds can't hold the water anymore, so they drop rain, hail, sleet, or snow. And fourth is collection. It's when the water falls back to earth. If it lands on land, or if it falls on land, the water soaks in and joins the groundwater flow. And when it collects in rivers, ponds, lakes, and oceans, the water cycle begins all over again. Brushing your teeth uses 2 gallons of water. Flushing the toilet takes about 7 gallons of water. Can you believe you use almost 50 gallons of water just to take a shower? In one day, the average person uses nearly 100 gallons of water. That's about 800 pounds of water, or roughly 10 times what you weigh, for each person in the world every day. What would we do without water? It cleans and nourishes us, but water does some even more amazing things. Water is the only natural thing that exists in 3 forms: liquid, such as oceans, lakes, rivers, water in a glass; solid, ice; and gas, like steam and clouds. You can swim in a river, skate on a frozen lake, or blow out clouds of steamy breath on a cold morning. Water also has the power to dissolve or melt things. It can dissolve almost anything from a lump of sugar to a piece of paper. And water's surface tension is so high that many lighter insects are able to walk on it. Surface tension is the property of water that gives its surface an elastic quality and lets it form into separate drops. Did you know that most living things are made of water? Your body is filled with bones and muscles and blood, but more than half of what's inside you is water. So much of your body is made of water that you can't live without it. You could live without eating food for more than a month, but your body wouldn't survive a week without drinking water. Because water makes up so much of our bodies, we have a unique connection to it. The water inside you, me, and everyone else in the world is related to all the rest of the water on Earth. Here's the percent of water in the human body. So this is an adult person, about 72%. 100% for a baby inside of the mother's belly. 80% for a young toddler, probably. 70% for a kid. And as we get older, we actually lose some of our water. So apparently only 50% for older folks on our planet. Our connection to water is what first made me curious about it. I especially wondered about snowflakes, which are made of frozen water. Did you know that each snowflake which falls from the sky makes its own one-of-a-kind crystal pattern? Millions and billions of snowflakes fall to the earth every year, and each and every one of them is completely a unique ice crystal. Why? I began studying water to answer that question and discovered that water responds to good and bad energy through vibration. Vibration is when something moves or shakes back and forth very quickly. Different vibrations make unique water crystals. First, I exposed water to happy words, prayers, music, and photographs. Then I froze a small amount of that water. When I looked at the ice under my microscope, I could see different crystals forming. Each crystal was unique because water can remember whatever thought or feeling we send to it. Good words and feelings make the water vibrate into all kinds of beautiful crystals. But when I exposed the water to sad words, prayers, music, and photographs, the water vibrated differently. It didn't form into crystals at all. What do you see in these pictures? Some of the pictures are of water that formed crystals when exposed to happy vibrations, and other pictures are of water that was exposed to sad vibrations and did not form into crystals. Can you tell which is which? This crystal formed after I exposed water to the word love. The happy energy from that word vibrated the water and made the crystal. Isn't it beautiful? Here is a photo of water after I exposed it to the words, "You fool." That sent sad energy to the water and it did not create a beautiful crystal. What do you think a water crystal would look like if you said thank you to the water? Let's look at the next page and find out. Can you find thank you in your language? Now you know that we have the power to affect water, but what can we do with our power? Plenty. So these are the crystals formed after water was exposed to the words thank you in each of the languages. Notice the symmetry of the crystals. To help clean and protect the water, we must make water sparkle with love and thanks. When you say or think words of love and thanks to water, your words will dance with water everywhere, and somewhere in the world, another person or animal will fill up with your positive energy. There are many people and animals around the world that need our help. Will you join me and send out your love to those who have suffered through natural disasters and environmental catastrophes? You can help heal people, animals, land, and water with your happy words and thoughts. A natural disaster is a destructive event caused by natural forces rather than by human action. Tsunamis, hurricanes, wildfires, floods, droughts, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, avalanches, and tornadoes can all cause natural disasters. An environmental catastrophe is a destructive event caused by human activity that damages nature. In 1989, the oil tanker Exxon Valdez caused an environmental catastrophe when it spilled millions of gallons of oil into Prince William Sound in Alaska, killing wildlife and damaging the local marine environment. Water is an amazing gift. It gives us so much what we need to nourish our bodies, grow our food, and keep ourselves clean. Now it's your turn to give something back to water. Will you help? Yes, you have the power within you to make water sparkle with happiness and love. Using water, you can heal yourself and others with your happy energy. That is the secret of water. Now you know it too. So fill your heart with love and thanks and send your message to all the water in the world. And here are a couple things that you can do. So clear the clouds. Can you make clouds disappear using the energy in your mind? You'll never know till you give it a try. To see the clouds better, choose a day with blue skies and white clouds. And here's what you need. 1 white cloud. And here's what you do. 1, relax. 2, choose one particular cloud in the sky to work with. 3, focus on that cloud and imagine a beam of light shooting from your forehead into the cloud. 4, while looking at your cloud, imagine it has already disappeared from your sight. 5, while doing step 4, give thanks to the energy that allowed you to make the cloud disappear. 6, give yourself a few minutes to let your energy do its stuff and then check to see if your cloud is still there. Did it work? And here's another activity that I will share in another reading, the Send Secret Plant Signals. And here are some other books by Dr. Masaru Emoto.